Welcome to Nerdindex, and today we're going to talk about the video games releasing in 2025 that we are excited to play. The game that we are both looking forward to the most is Ghost of Yotei. It is a spiritual successor to Ghost of Tsushima, which I would say is arguably one of the best video games ever made. It was a masterpiece of combat and exploration game mechanics, as well as wonderful storytelling. Ghost of Tsushima was not only a joy to play, but also a joy to watch. And now Sucker Punch Studio has promised us a return of these carefully honed game structures in Ghost of Yotei with an all-new main character and taking place in a new region of Japan. I can't wait to see where their storytelling and innovation takes us this time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they craft the new main character around what her talents are going to be.
And interpersonal relationships. After a production delay, Assassin's Creed Shadows will finally be coming out. My hopes are not quite as high for this one, because Ubisoft has continued to shift the Assassin's Creed game style with each release, and the style of gameplay that we experienced in Valhalla was not my preference. Though they did promise us a return of stealth mechanics that would be closer tied to the olden days of Assassin's Creed for this new game, I'm also concerned to see how the game will be balanced around utilizing the two main characters instead of choosing one person to be the entire time, but we can only hope that they take inspiration from Assassin's Creed Syndicate in this regard.
It's supposed to be made from the same internal studio as Syndicate, so hoping for the best.
Now, not much is known about Pokémon Legends ZA yet, but with it being the next mainline Pokémon game, it's something that we'll definitely be playing. Considering that all the current marketing is set around Lumiose City, it will be interesting to see how much depth to the map or region that we actually get for this game, or if the sole focus will be the city by itself. Also, obviously, it would be interesting to see any new Pokemon that we might get, and who would be returning to the roster, all those things. The classic Pokemon game questions.
The first Legends game was really fun and a good twist on the gameplay, so I'm excited to see them expand on the concept more.
Next we have Windstorm, The Legend of Khiimori. This game is set as an adventure simulation where you are a Mongolian nomad who rides through the region as a courier. Being a horse girl myself, I'm intrigued by the possibilities that they're bringing to the table with taming and training horses and creating a bond with your courier horse, and just in general seeing what interactions they'll provide us in the gameplay. I also hope that they're able to make the world feel vibrant and lived in instead of just riding your horse through empty expanses of land, because that wouldn't be very fun, even if it looked pretty.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this developer takes things and how they craft a world around horses.
Subnatica 2 will also be coming out next year, though it will not be the full game release. So depending on how much content they give us, we may wait to play it until after the full release is realized, because I'm just not the type of person that likes to pick up a game, get invested, and then have to put it down for a couple months, come back and relearn all of the mechanics again and where I left off. It's just not my jam. So with the original Subnautica game, it was so fun to explore and base build and unravel some of the mysteries of the planet, and I'm really hoping that they maintain those elements in the new game.
Yeah, the first two Subnautica games were really fun. I hope they lean back more onto the original, though. Not at all confusing calling this third game that they make, too, but don't worry about it.
I'm cautiously optimistic about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. With it being marketed as a single-player cinematic action-adventure game, I feel like it has a lot of potential to be an interesting story, just like how the movies feel, but also giving us potential puzzles or dungeon mechanics for gameplay. And the trailer gives its vibes similar to Tomb Raider or Uncharted, and being able to live up to those expectations would be really nice.
Yeah, if it's similar to the newer Tomb Raider games, that'd be really fun. I have not seen much about this one, though, so we'll see how it goes.
This is definitely going to be the game that is determined based off of final execution and other people's reviews before we would jump into it. InKonbini, One Store, Many Stories is a narrative-driven simulation game where you are the manager of a convenience store in 1990s Japan. It seems that you'll get to know the customers that come into your store and that a story about the small town will arise through getting to know them. But I also used to be a big enjoyer of job simulation type games, so it actually looks kind of fun to be stocking the shelves and managing the store itself too. I look forward to seeing the writing style and how they use the dialogue to craft these characters.
Yeah, I love these small indie game creations where you're kind of focusing around a little city and trying to build up what you can.
Lastly, we have Tales of Seikyu, which is a fantasy life sim game where you become a farmer on an island full of yokai that you can befriend, as well as exploring the environment around the area. It also sounds like you might be able to use magic around your farm to do tasks, which would be really cool. It's kind of got the My Time at Sandrock style game vibes, just with more magic.
Yeah, it seems like it could be cool to see how you can build up and expand your roster of yokai.
And that wraps up our list of games that we are most excited for releasing in 2025. Let us know what games you want to play the most next year, and if you're having fun, please like and subscribe.